is my review of Tankbread by Paul Mannering. Paul Mannering is a New Zealand independent author who just got picked up by Permuted Press. If you have not heard about Permuted Press before, they do a lot of horror fiction. While they are not a Random House publisher or one of the major publishers, they are a bigger publishing house. I do not have an actual copy of this book to share with you guys because I got it in ebook format on my Kindle as a part of this email subscription service called BookBub, where they share with me ebooks that are on discount prices. And I took a chance because Tankbread was offered free for a limited time. I do not know if it is still free, but I will leave a link down below in the doobly-doo for you guys to check it out if you want to read this for yourself. First off, yes, the name Tankbread sounds really weird. I remember when I first saw it, I was like, Tankbread? I'm like, bread you eat? It just totally did not make any sense to me. And to really understand the title, you really have to understand what the book and what the world of Tankbread is all about. It is set in an apocalyptic dystopian future, and by dystopian, I mean that the society is run by intelligent zombies. Hold up, you're like, intelligent zombies? Isn't that a contradiction? Yeah, kind of. But that's one of the great things that makes this story so great, is that these zombies are not your typical zombies. They get smarter by consuming stem cells. And how this is done is through cloned human beings who are lobotomized so they are just walking meat. And they are enriched with stem cells, and plus they don't live very long because they are clones. But when the zombies consume these Tankbread people, they become smarter and more aware of who they used to be. It almost like repairs them in a way so that they're intelligent and they run the world, because it's kind of hard to kill a smart zombie. So that is the setup for Tankbread. Tankbread is a lot like Resident Evil, Mad Max, and a couple of zombie flicks all mashed together. It is that unique of a world, and I would say that this is not a book that's safe for kids to read. It is very graphic content, not just graphic violence, but graphic sexual content. And I know some people are like, ooh, some kids are probably like, I want to read that because it's about graphic sex. Well, no, it's not even like that either. It's just, imagine, like, one of the reasons why I love this book, and I rated it 4 stars on Goodreads, is because I think it's a book that could really happen, because when you're down to the wire and it's a struggle to survive, exactly how are people going to react in certain situations, I thought this was a brilliant, good example of how people would really behave in a apocalyptic scenario. It's not all sunshine and flowers and whatnot that are in YA dystopians. But yes, if you're a zombie lover, you may want to check this out. If you're easily offended by certain things or grossed out, this may not be the book for you. The main character, we never hear his name. He's just known as the Courier, and he leads his companion, who is named Else. Yes, Else is Tankbread, and he has to take her from one side of the continent, from Sydney to this town called Woomera, out on the other side of the Australian continent. They run across a number of different scenarios while they travel the outback, and I've never been to Australia. I've only seen it in movies and maybe in some TV shows. But it gave me a good example of what certain towns are like in the outback. And like I said before, like how people react to apocalyptic scenarios. I thought this was a really, really good book. If Permuted Press picked this guy up, which I just learned not too long ago that they just picked him up, so he is, going to be printing more books with them. I definitely think this is a book worthy of being checked out. This is one of the best zombie fiction books I've read in quite a while, and I know there are so many zombie fiction books out there. I mean, a lot of them are just okay, or they're kind of misleading and they're not really zombies and whatnot, but this is one that is definitely worthy of reading. As I said, it's not safe for everyone, so be wary of that fact if you're going to pick up this book. So that is my review of Tankbread by Paul Mannering. I hope you guys do check it out if you are a fan of zombie fiction. Until next time, later guys.